That was unpleasant. Hello and welcome to Satisfactory. Yeah. Uh, when I was starting the stream, OBS told me, yeah, important update, do it, more frame rate. And I was like, yeah, more frame rate, and clicked accept, and then it did the update, and then it said, all DLLs wrong, can't start, nothing working, help me. So I couldn't even start the OBS back up, so I had to reinstall OBS really quick. So not going to do that again. Good. What were we doing? We have built ourselves a nice little dimensional depot, which is cool. And I think we had some interesting hard drives in here, right? First, we got the steel screws, which are brilliant. So let's select those. Rigor motor. Yeah, okay. So that was the important part. As the story, or as the title says, we are going to trying to get cluster nobelisks and the rifle today. On the way to that, though, we will also have to create an automated motor product. So let's have a look at our power grid. We have more than 1,000 of power grid to work with. Should be no biggie. Dave and Steve are empty-handed for once. So let's clear our to-do list for now and find out what we want. We need rotors. And let's see, motors. Let's say we want 5 motors per minute. Right, but consistent. So we will need 2 rotors and 2 stators per minute. No, 10 per minute. So let's see, stator production. 1 gives us 5 per minute, so we need 2 of those. So well, that's an assembler. We need 2 of those. Sorry, I'm this really sucked. Rotor. The 2 motor production needs 10 rotors and 10 stators. Rotor, so we had stator. They produce 4 per minute. So we need 2.5 of those, or 2 that we overheat 1. 50%. So that's another 2 assemblers. And we will need 260 screws, 250 screws to get 10 rotors per minute, in addition to the rods. That's no problem. And I would say we start with that first base. So let's start on that. What we will need are rotors. Which should be all the way back here. No rotors in there. No rotors in there. Strange. Didn't we produce any? Oh. Good, we ran out of materials. No problem. No biggie. That really shook me a little bit with OBS there. So, while this is producing, I will sadly already have a quick bio break. That really hit home. But we will need the time for the rotors anyway, and then we will start the production of our whole motor and stator assembly. We will produce a little more stators. Hi, Crash. Down here. So, see you in a very short while now. Bio break. And my hotkeys are not working. I'm back. So, first thing to do is, thank you very much, my friend. We need, oh, and hello, Crash. We need steel. We need steel pipes and we need steel beams. So let's have a quick look what each production needs. This needs 30 steel ingots. And this needs 60 steel ingots. None of them are overheated. Okay. Now let's look for stator. We need 2 of those. They need 15 pipes, so yeah, we'll have to overheat here to 30 or do 2 of them, which needs more material. So let's say 60 steel ingots. And the screws, which we need 1 production of, needs 5 steel beams per minute. So that's not a problem at all. But we need 60 steel beams, 65. And this produces, ooh, not as much as it does here. $45, okay. So we will need 2 foundries then to melt our stuff. I think we will just go this way. This is only temporary. We're missing iron rods. Oh. Now we need steel plates. Or iron plates. They are gone, of course. Ah! I always forget where I put them. Or do I extract them to here? Nope. So the first thing is the rotors then, okay. Well, this will all get cleaned up once we have installed this is strange. So the iron plates should go here, and they are not being taken out. Oh, this is... Huh? Confusion of the highest order. What's going wrong here? I'm just too stupid. Well, there are days where, yeah, you tend to get a little bit longer into your routines. So this is just the universe telling me that I need to Breathe. Think before I... So as more we need rotors, of course. And then we need 2 furnaces, which need to be supplied with coal and iron. And from that point on, we shouldn't have a big problem creating a motor production. Which will be a small one, but a reliable one. So do I have... melter tower? Well, that's just a melter. Do we have a furnace tower? We don't. So let's build one. Shouldn't take up too much time. Foundry, not furnace, foundry. Okay. It won't be completely in the middle this time because I want it to be aligned to the grid. Partially overlapping the blueprint designer. Okay, this is strange. Okay. I think this is somewhat aligned. So we need 2 splitters here. One material comes in on the side. And one material comes in from the other side. That's how we filter it in. We don't want Mark IV conveyors here. We want Mark IIIs for it to be easier to construct and earlier to construct. Mark III conveyors, lifts, and Nope, not high enough. That should be high enough. Okay, now we have to refuse or unify everything. So we want a merger for that, and we would love to have it directly on the output. Sadly, that rarely works. We can force it there. But the consequences are really good. So what we do instead is we pull down a lift, just like that. And we try to connect. Yes, this should be correct. Connect a splitter. No, that's a splitter. We want a merger. My mistake. We want a merger here. That just gives out the material into one or two directions. So in this case, into one direction. In this case, straight ahead. Careful not to use the wrong belt here. As we did accidentally use the wrong lift here. And now we will just gently attach it, and that's it. That's all we need for the time. We can reconfigure it for steel ingot. Now we of course need to power it. And that's the beautiful thing with hovering blueprints. You just place them there, and then you hover them in. And with scroll the page up and down key, you can just place them up here. Which is a perfect position for an electricity connection. And that's it. That's what we want to have. This is two times foundry. Foundry? No. Yeah, foundry tower. The foundry. There. Color should be okay. Save blueprint. New blueprint designer, and that's the tower we want to use downhill. Oh yeah, forgot something that is quite important for later use, so let's add that as well. That is first of all to get rid of all those walls. And then just to be able to configure it all, let us okay, blueprints are cleared. So let's see. There it is. This is basically where we want it. So, first things first. Conveyor belt is too long. Sad story. Let's put a few stackables over here. Ooh. Okay, the angle is kind of a problem. There we go. Coal. That's only part of what we need, right? Right, so we also need some iron to fork off. And we of course need power. There we are mining iron ore, 240 per minute. Let's spool up. $240, we need 45 here, 45 at the other end. So, what do we want to produce from the output? We want 2 steel pipe productions and 1 iron bar production. We could just use 3 constructors, but I would like to have it separate. We are missing AI limiters, so let's build a few of those. I'm really confused where I need AI limiters. Oh, the switch, yeah. Let me quickly correct that blueprint, because that switch is driving me crazy. This one should not have a switch at all. Yay! Oh, let me clear that off to get the materials back. There we go. Let's get this as far over here as possible. And then what we need is one single constructor. It doesn't have to be in line with anything. Oops. Okay, let's power this up. We want steel beams. We only need 5 per minute, so this is more than enough. We can even tune this down to 5 per minute. And this we only want 2 of. Status, that's what we need them for. $15 per minute, so 30 per minute is what we need. So producing 40 per minute is way more than enough. We now need another material here that I would have loved to have produced locally. Let's see if we can still do that. Because I think we, at some point, had... oh, maybe we even decided ourselves for that blueprint already. Let's see, wire. Yes, we did. Iron wire, there it is. That's another thing we need. We need iron wires. So we need wires made from iron, and we need pins made from iron. So iron rods. We can still see if you maybe even have a steel rod recipe, which would make the whole thing go faster. Yes, we have the steel rods. It produces 48 rods per minute just by using 12 steel ingots per minute. So let's also use that. That way the whole motor does not need any copper. And aside from a little bit of iron for the wires, we only need steel. So we might maybe want to overheat a little bit here. So one more production for the rods. Let's see, the rods are needed for rotors. We need 2.5 productions of these to get to 10, so that means we need 50 rods. So a slight overheat on one of these will produce the outcome we need. Will this fill up first? It will fill up first. Does it make a difference? No, it doesn't. The only difference it makes is the alignment. Let's go for 52 per minute. Okay, so we are producing the steel pipes, the steel beam, the iron rods. We now need the screws, which are made from these beams, and we still need our wire. So we have all the steel production going, so let's count. 30, 60, 80, 93. We are producing 90. So just a slight overheat here again, and we are absolutely good to go. One screw production is enough for the whole motor production. Let's see, motors. They need 10 stators per minute. No, 10 rotors per minute. And the rotor production needs 100 screws per minute. So times 2.5 is 250 screws per minute. And if you have a look at our wonderful new recipe here for the constructor that builds the screws, you can see they're producing 260 in one fell swoop. So we've got steel pipes, we've got screws, we've got iron rods, and the last thing we need is wire. So we need the wires for rotors. No, stators. Stators. My bad. 40 wires per minute. We won't need 2 productions, so 80 wires per minute. These produce 22.5 per minute. So we will need a stack of 3 constructors with a little bit of overheat to get them to 80 or 85 per minute. To do that, well, we can only count with one here. So let's say 42. We need, let's say this is 24, 48 iron ingot per minute. So once again, we need melters here, our constructor here, and then we will put everything together in assembler stacks over here. So 48 iron ingots. Let's see what a melter does. $30. So if we just go with one melter and overheat that a little bit, 160%, we're at 48. Let's calculate with 50. That's 100. No problem. One melter is enough. So let's attach a melter there. We will put a new power line down now. And the 3 times constructor tower. And we are in need of cables, so let's get some cables. Let's have a quick look at Steve and Dave's amusement park over here. Hello, boys. Ah, he heard. You know, you see, Steve heard us, and Dave. Oh, Dave got us some very cool cooling systems. High-end stuff. Good stuff. Nothing we need right now, but we will definitely need later. Let's see, you can directly go into that chute. Oh. Nobody saw that. No. Stupid. Too close. They're not really designed to be built across edges. Now that should be working. Okay, so how many wire did I say we need? Completely lost track there for status. We want to produce at least 10 status, that is 80 wire. We are producing 22 here. That's 18. $38 plus 12.5. Yeah, that roughly fits. Okay. So that's everything we need. These screws and these rods will create 2 rotors. 2 rotor fabrications. This rotor fabrication, to be more precise. And that's the problem. Okay. Well, oh. Butterfingers. Okay. Let's bring them close together. This is one curve over here, and this is a way longer one. And the output works just fine. Okay. You will produce rotors. Rotors are produced here. And from here we will produce status. The thing is, I would love to have a few status left over. So that I can have a full-blown stator production forking off. So let's see. Status is producing 5 per minute. Oh yes, I remember. We needed to overheat one of them by 50%. So, stator. 5 per minute. With a 120 wires and 45 steel pipes. Let's see if we can somehow match that. 40 steel pipes, yes. Like a little overheat here as well. And let's see for the screw, for the wires. That would be 120 we need. That means, ooh, 40 per. Can we do that? Can we somehow squeeze out 40? Yes. Well, that increases the need for iron ingots. We will have to increase there as well. But we can squeeze out 40 per minute. A better idea is to max one. That's 56. And then max the other as well. Or almost max it. Well, let's just max it. So 56 plus 56 is 112. And then just put one in here. And that should do the trick. Now we have to add roughly 20, 60, let's say 65, roughly. Not working, not working, working. Well, we need 66 iron ore per minute. So 66 iron ore there. 67 here. 45 here. 66 plus 66. 130, 45 fits. Okay. So this is somewhat stable. So what we will do now is we will create a little fork off here. So this is what will produce our status. Now we will produce 4 assemblers in line. 3 assemblers in line. We will try to build them as compact as possible. Did I calculate that in as well? Status times 3 is 45. I did. Okay. So, in theory, the status will be produced here now. Of course, it needs power. And this is our output. And we want 2/3 of our production to go there and 1/3 to go into storage. So we will do a very simple trick. We'll add a merger here. That goes off into that direction. Up. And that merges 2 of our outputs. So they will be put out in sequence. So each output gets 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And those 2 will be combined. So 2 will go this way, while one goes that way. Just like we wanted to. But those 10 stators that are produced here and those rotors that are produced here now need to go to a production facility. And that will be one quite simple little thing here. Oop. There we are. And this will now produce motors. We need electricity here. And oh, need to connect the outputs. There come our stators. There are the rotors. As you can see, way too many, so we can just overheat a little bit here for the time being. And then we can now store the additional rotors that come off here up to our building. I would like to have them next to the rotors. So let's see where the rotors come in. So this seems to be rotors. This sadly is already frames. So we can't have them directly next to them. But we can put them here. So let's put them here. Ooh. Now this was supposed to go. We want this in straight lines at 90 degrees. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's put the output 90 degrees into the field, and now we need to route our output along the roof. Hi, Scorp. Quite good. We had some problems earlier, but yeah, everything's fine now, and I'm good. Thanks for asking. I hope you have a nice remaining shift and don't get stressed out. And have a nice evening, my friend. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry, I think I saw this a little late. And there we are. There's one stator. And we will put the motors right next to them. Here. This will be the motor container. Did I F up the alignment again? No, I did not. Hmm? Eight hours. Oh. It's going crazy. Okay, describe crazy. Now it piqued my interest. So let's go with too high here. Oh, missing beams, okay. Oh, power going off. Okay, That's not good. I apparently have -2 viewers currently. Ouch. Is this a cruel math joke by YouTube to tell me my viewers are only virtual or imaginary? You should maybe just yeah, let me do that. Should be, I think that's better if I do it like that. Oh no, yay! Back from the realm of imagination. Motors! Okay, that's finished. I mean, it looks not very clean, I must admit. But it is quite a cool factory, actually. I mean, it also produces some spare status every now and then. Well, it should also supply enough status for this thing to run at 100%. Good. Very good. We are even backing up a few steel ingots. That's good. That means we are really running fluently here. Oh, wait. He's only working at 70%. He's working at 100. He's working at 100. So why only 70%? 18.75. 40.1. 41. Oh. 72. Yeah. Go. So the wire is being used up and we get our status. That's the important part. That means the whole assembly up here can go. And this will stand because we will produce other stuff there, but all of this can go. The automatic feed can go. And our screw production can basically be turned into a steel screw production later on. That needs, of course, means that we need coal up here as well. Because I think our coal is barely stopping. Yeah, we are really using up our coal here. So let's have a quick calculation. 104. 105 to 210. $280, 320. So let's see how much we produce, because I think 480, 320 is what we use, 480 is the cap that we can at the moment move on one conveyor. If we are able to extract 480, which I think we should be if we overheat correctly, then we in theory at least could go for another steel screw production for our main screws. Oops. Okay. So, no problem at all. Oh, I suck. What's up? Okay. That's that. We should have. This is only a Mark 1 lift, okay. There is a black powder production that has come to a screeching halt here. So let's see that we get some. Oops. Bye-bye. Boss luck! Let's get some plastics into our inventory. And then we will start researching the cluster nobelisk. Will be our party piece for the foreseeable future. And of course, smokeless gunpowder for the gun. Horse luck! Ooh! Ooh. Okay, that is surprisingly well guarded. Oh, the geyser gave me a jump scare there. Dude, shh. STFU. Okay, tag retreat. Okay, that's that. Okay. Ooh. Circuit boards. And motors. Okay. Not enough space now. I don't know what. Let's get some plastics. Everything is working as intended. Wonderful. Diluted fuel and heavy oil residue would be ideal blueprints for us to get. Thanks, bud. We will research that later. For the time being, we want to research this, but we need 100 black powder for that. But I don't think we yet bring up here. I think the container is still down there by itself. Yes, it is. Smokeless gunpowder. Wonderful. This gives us the option to get 3 very important things. All of them are here. The explosive bolts are...
Research completed. Smokeless powder recipe unlocked. New sulfur research available for the development of high-end weaponry and ammunition.
Good. So this is important to get. This is important to get. And those are important to get. The thing is, we need 200 nobelisks for those. Did we have a nobelisk production? I'm not sure. I don't think we had. I think we produced them manually up to this point, right? So, what does a nobelisk production need? Steel pipes and black powder. Okay. Just thinking, if we could build a nobelisk production, that would of course mean that we could automate the cluster nobelisk production as well at some. The question is, while we have coal here to produce the steel pipes, do we also have iron ore somewhere close? If we have, this would be a valid idea to also produce nobelisks directly here on site. What? Really? Okay. Kaboom. Yeah. All skill, no luck. Yeah, of course that was. Oh, this is extremely lucky. So, get iron there, get coal there, build a forge, build steel pipes, build an assembler. I have no idea how many black powder we need, but bulk of some black powder here. Or maybe move the iron and some coal here. Get everything set up here. Ooh. Yeah, we get some kaboom. Yeah, we've got the kaboom. It's about time we get the kaboom boom boom boom. And don't forget we have the kaboom that we found. So problem of course is I don't have material for a miner. I mean that's a theoretical problem because someone built a workbench and a MAM here, so why shouldn't he have built a workshop? I think it was just lying around somewhere, you know, like it happens with a, with some former Eastern European superpowers. They tend to lose some nukes and not report it, so guys like I come along and pick them up. You know what? Let's use the new feature. The head-mounted splitter. That doesn't work again for some strange reason. Okay, foundry here. Oh, missing frames. You know what? Let's get rid of... Oh, can't get rid of anything. How many black powder are you producing, by the way? Enough. Use 45 per minute here. A nobelisk production will need 20 pipes per minute. A constructor will construct 20 pipes per minute. Wonderful. So what we now need is an elevator to lift our materials up. And over here. I mean, I must admit this looks a little bit less elegant than what I usually build, but yeah, this is just a ragtag outpost. Something is not working. Oh, that something is our coal supply. What? Oh. Okay, we need more frames. This can't stay the way it is. Ooh. Thermos flasks are intended to keep stuff cool or warm. This definitely works. Ah, that's Polanski. $240 should be more than enough. Let's see. 37 here, so 200 remaining. Yeah, no problem at all. Basically, the other way around was more than enough. Okay. Now Tovarish. Oh. We are missing. Yeah. Industrial beams. in case the industrial leaves. By the way, the nobelisks will not go into the normal sorting system. We will have a dedicated weapons or ammunition area. Okay, inventory is quite full. Let's quickly get rid of the unnecessary items, especially this one. That one. No, sting up, spit up. So let's continue with our little build, and then we can slowly start producing the first of our new weapons. Oh, this mantle crate. Usually I try to get rid of those. Must have happened earlier when I didn't have space in the inventory. There it is. Ouch. Bye. That happens when you share one single brain cell and the other one gets too far away and you lose connection. Nope. Still thinking where I will build the weapons storage. But my time for thinking is rapidly running out. Ooh. You know what? Though this might seem impractical, I think just for the time being I will... Ooh. Create a new weapons area here. And the nobelisks are the first to go in. How many did we need for the research? Hmm. 200. And also something of the new smokeless gunpowder, which of course also needs to be brought here and made. Needs to be made, and that will happen here. Since we don't need this, all of this anymore at the time being, here will be a mixery, a temporary mixery, but a mixery nonetheless. So the next step is, sorry buddy, smokeless powder is mixed in a refinery. Oh no, I got it wrong. We need heavy oil residue. Heavy oil residue. No. Oh. No problem. I mean, kind of no problem. We still have to... Okay, for the time being, we will just ferry it over. We'll do it manually. Wait a sec. We need a little bit of inventory space here. Maybe even a little bit more than I originally anticipated. Okay. Calm down, bud. Calm down. These mobs all have a tendency to take themselves way too seriously. Oh wait, it's not even that far. Can you see that? That's where our oil is. Screw it. That calls for automation. We need pipes. Pipes, power, pumps. Sadly, a lot of pump. No. Let's see if we can research the Mark II pipes already. That would help us immensely in the whole saga. Because this could provide a steady stream of... when we have black powder here. But is there maybe a black powder source? Something like coal in this area and something like sulfur in this area? Let's see. There's sulfur there. Okay, we've got that. There is sulfur there that we are already mining. Yeah, that's our sulfur vein. Yeah, okay. So no other in the vicinity other than that. But we could, of course... I'm missing something. I'm missing something important. Yeah, we will bring the mix. So we will transfer everything to our base. So the plastic and the rubber will be transferred to the base because we need it here. And as will the oil or the heavy oil residue, and it will be parked here basically and then mixed with the black powder to smokeless gunpowder. Yeah. But for that we need the better pipes, or more exactly the better pump. So sulfur, good grief. Do we have... oh, well, even if we had, we don't have the advanced... oh. We can't sadly produce the advanced black powder in our inventory. Because we can't mix liquid in our inventory. So, first things first, Mark II pipes. We need heavy module frames, 50. Which we can't build. Because we don't have this yet. Which needs other stuff. So, no pipeline engineering for us. So we will have to make do with a Mark I pipelines. Da-da-da-da. Do we have... Yeah, this is a very high tower. We don't need that high of a tower. Let's produce a somewhat smaller blueprint for 3 towers and 1 pipe. And that is 3B plus 3B caps lock plus 1P. And that's it. Let's add this here as the 6. Oh no, the 5. There it is. We need a few of the bars and iron plates. We need those, of course. Because I think we will have to build a lot of those. But other than that, well, let's see. By the way, somewhere I read you can even so you can. Oh, that's cool. So I can in theory say that the default colors for my pipes will be this, for example. And then my pipes will have those color. Let's see. Ooh, nice. That's cool. I will reset that later, but for the time being, this is very cool. Because this is, of course, the color of the liquid that will be in the pipe. That will be quite distinct from a distance. Good. Okay. Oh, this is the clean pipe layout? Oh, that's because curb. Yeah, okay. Let's go for default. Sorry. Auto, there it is. Hmm. Well, this will take some time to fill up the pipes. So let's maybe get the first one here already. How much head lift does he have to work through? I mean, he can do 20 meters, so that should be more than enough for the time being. Okay, and that's practically what we have to build up to our base. And yes, we have to get way more concrete. So let's quickly fetch some concrete and then come back. Jo, Moppelchen, mach mal halblang. Always these aggressive hawk thingies, they are so... Do they impress, right? Okay. Thank you for not completely giving me a heart attack. Hey, you! Who was completely relaxed, please consider taking a break for your health. Otherwise you could feel stress. See, your heart's already racing. So I think by the end of this day we will have explosive bolts, we will have a gun, and we will have clustered nobelisks. And it will be glorious. And what a nice curve I did there. Yeah. Ah. This is the worst part of building in this game. When you have to be in the water. Because you can't build in the water. If you don't have anything that hovers up to that point, you're basically not in a very good spot. Let's say it that way. So yeah, just for that we have now to create this monstrosity. Worry about what you need to go. Oh no, he's already... Ah! Oh. My mistake. My fault. There we are. Yeah, I knew it. So let's now get our pipe all the way across and just hope there is still liquid in it. But I think this is now time for another head pump. Okay, let's see if we can get up to here. We can then maybe get up to here. And now let's just use the ground level. We of course need... Okay, good night, Rolania. Thanks for joining. Okay. Well, let's continue on. I think here it is where I want the pipe to diverge. So we will see how this works out. Ooh. So this either is too much increase in height, or the liquid did not have enough time to creep up. It is starting to fill up the pipes, so let's ask the pump. How many plastic do we and rubber do we produce? Are we overheated here? We are not overheated. Okay. Well, we might want to do that later. And then maybe even sink rubber and plastic later on to keep this liquid flowing, even if our containers are full. But only sink it as a last-ditch resort, as an overflow. Okay, so there's not much height gain in here. And we will now lose significant height due to the drop. And that height, due to liquid having gravity, the amount we fall down we can also go up again without having a pump. So. Yeah, I feared that that would be too steep. Let's see, is this any better? Is this reachable? It's still too steep, but the other way around, it would be reachable? Okay, this... Didn't think that we would have such long range. But yeah. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, wonderful. Well, I am going to have a 10-minute break now. And after that, we will continue to store our rubber and the plastics away, and also get the smokeless gunpowder production running, which will then allow us to get the 3 distinct explosive operated weapons. The cluster nobelisk, the explosive rebar, and of course the gunpowder, smokeless gunpowder using gun. See you in a bit. I am back, and somehow I managed to open the list tool, which was why it was so blurry. Thank you very much. So, let's head to the base. How do we connect? Do we just go straight through here? Or do we take a route, a less scenic route basically? Now let's take the less scenic route. At least for the conveyors. The liquid will branch off here. Okay. And from here on, these two shall then be the rubber and the plastic one. Oh. So we have two here, so we need three or four. Yeah, okay, we will see that. At the beginning they can stay at the top, and then we will have to pull them down. Do we have enough concrete? No. Concrete pillars, sorry. Straight through the building. I saw a video today. It was a little bit older from one of the devs of Satisfactory, and he talked about what wishes of the community they will never implement. And one of these wishes was green energy. And I thought, well, green energy, you know, solar cells and stuff like this was something I thought of as well. Why don't they have that? And he said, because it's against the purpose of the game and the story we tell. It is all about entering into a new environment and completely ruining it. And by saving the day, you pretty much try to save humanity by destroying the next planet you find on your way. Which, yeah, really got me thinking, because I didn't really realize that, or I didn't give it a second thought, that of course that's what we are doing here. So yeah, quite ironic. And telling, I want to add. Does this cross the other line? Oh. Oh. I did it wrong. Huh? Oh. Oh. Okay. Did it wrong again because I did that wrong. Okay. So the higher one goes there. The lower one goes there. Okay. Ooh. That's a tight fit. Okay, now let's head... Yes. But, and of course I got that pack. But I somehow didn't really catch the fact that we do this because we ruined our own planet. So we basically didn't learn a thing. There's where we want to go. Okay. Yeah. Data suggests that you like either kitten or puppies, yeah. Blasting! Okay. So let's pull the pipe here. Let's head back to the latest pump that we added and see how much leverage we have. Or how much... Oh! Was that the last pump back there? Ooh. Four meters in total. Okay. But yeah, when I think about it, of course, we had such a long way down that can be built up again without a problem. So, yeah. And this is definitely further down than we currently are. Okay. Very cool. So let's get our reaction going now. The refinery. Oh. Missing iron blades, okay. Okay. Let's branch off here. Not really a nice angle, was it? And we want... Okay, we should, just for the speed of things, upgrade this conveyor. That needs more concrete, so we should do that. Speak soon, my friends. See you tomorrow. Thanks for joining. We are running low. Okay, we're almost there. Okay. No power? We accidentally cut your power. Oh, shoot. Did we overload our power grid? Did it fail? It did. Oh, crap. Yep. When did I kill our power grid? I think we did too much overheating. Everything back here is working. Oh. Must have cut some artery there. But of course meant that our whole steel production fell flat on its face. So I think if we just follow this, a wild stream of coal will suddenly appear. By the way, is this upgraded to the maximum? Yes, it is. There it is. That's when we reconnected the power. Yucks. That's why we are running out of steel beams. Good. Everything working as intended. Then let's go back and finish up the rest. So let's see how much we need to burn to keep it stable. Hmm? 10 and 20. So it is 30 exactly. Now we want to burn off, which what we do. So no problems there. Let's see what's inside there. Just have to beat those two. Power slug somewhere in here. Okay. Let's blow the rest of it up. Otherwise we'll not be sure if we found the secret inside of this later. That was close. So smokeless gunpowder is being prepared or built. We now need to extract it into a container. We've got a few containers for weapon stuff, right? And then we will have to take a few stacks and produce or unlock the new weapons. And then maybe we can even build them and have new stuff for the next episode. Yeah, this was to be expected. We are using up 15 per minute. We need 30. So... oh, can't even do that with one. We need 2 of them. So, good thing. We came prepared. Ooh. That wasn't supposed to happen. Whoop. Problema. The plan was good. No. Was the plan good? I don't know. The bake's idea was not bad. The way I did it was. Because of course we need a little bit of room to get down from that height. There we go. There we are. 30 in total. Let's maybe even increase it to 35. That we would, yeah, really drain that pipe and not back it up. And we need to also put a drain in here, basically. So we don't want them to overflow as well, right? So smart splitter. Overflow. Overflow. Encroaching the object's clearance. Okay. Good, that should work in theory. Let's see. Yeah, works. Let's see the same here. Works as well. Okay, so let's see for our black powder. Happy to hear that you enjoyed the stream, Crash. Sorry that I'm 20 minutes late. So, that's something to work with. Let's get rid of those for the time being. So 200 plus I think 200 nobelisks, right? Oh, 100 and 200 nobelisks, okay. Well, we've used up a few too many nobelisks, so we will have to... No, we auto-craft them. So we should be able to just grab the remaining ones. There they are. Now I'm missing the... Hmm? There they are. Okay. Done.
Cluster Nobelisk unlocked. This type of Nobelisk detonates into multiple smaller explosions. Can be used for clearing large areas of vegetation and other inconveniences. Addendum. Inconveniences, in this case is not defined to include persistent family members, raccoons, student debt, the sunrise, peer performance reviews, neighbors learning to play the saxophone, phone calls, or your favorite show getting cancelled.
Hmm? Yeah, the favorite show getting cancelled can do stuff to people. I know, I know. There we are. And then we need 200 rebar and 200 more of those. So 200
Rifle
rebar
and rifle
now.
ammo unlocked. A long-range weapon and rapid-fire ammunition, only to be used for the defense or acquisition of fixed property. Conveniently, this includes everything of value on this planet.
How convenient. So we need rods for that. $200 of those will take quite a few seconds. And then we will build the gun and a few explosive rebars and of course a few cluster nobelisks. But we will have to build them in our inventory because the automatic way of producing them needs a manufacturer that we don't yet have. There we are. There we are. That would be brilliant, but sadly not now. Not yet.
Explosive rebar unlocked. Rebar ammo that explodes on impact. Suitable for removal of unwanted obstacles, creatures, or limbs.
Okay. So, for the time being, we need rebar. And we can produce normal rebar in here. That takes some time off, and it even produces bonus rebar. So let's just produce some rebar here. And then let's see what we need to build to get the gun. While the rebar is being built. $150 rebar per minute. Yeehaw. One gun, please. One rifle. It needs 250 screws. And steel pipes. Okay. A long time ago that we needed screws to craft something from the inventory. Well, steel pipes should have backed up a little bit, right? They have. Okay, we've got a gun. Now we need ammo for said gun. No, that ammo will still be built here. There it is. It's not the best ammo in the game, but the question still remains, does it crack? Because the turbo ammo can be shot at, you know, these, the flower things? The spawners. When they are close, they are pretty much invulnerable. Oh, let's click out. Whoa, yes, nice. We are so lucky. Very cool. Oh, I still have a blue one as well. So let's see if we can these closed up spawners, crab spawners are pretty much invulnerable. You will need, or at least that's what I think it is, because that's how it seems to me. You need at least a nuke to be able to blow them away when they are close, or turbo ammo in your rifle. I have no idea if it works without turbo ammo, just by shooting with a rifle. That's what I'm trying to find out now. Nice. So that works with the normal ammo as well. Really good to know. So, we got a gun. Yay. Now we just need our explosive rebars and our cluster novelist. At least one stack each to really have the feeling of having accomplished something today. So let's get a little bit more precious boom bottles. This to-do list is completely useless. Clear list, okay. Completely useless at the moment. Let's produce a few more rifle ammo first. Ammo, I think it is, right? Ammo. Okay, and then let's go for the cluster novelist. We don't have enough inventory space for those. Okay. We need nobelisks, and not only a few. We need 150 nobelisks to produce 50 cluster nobelisks. It just puts that away for the time being. There we go. Cluster nobelisks. And then we'll go for the explosive rebar. And then we are basically armed to the teeth. Teeth. First stack ready. There we are. Sort a little here. Okay. Got some crap lying around here. There it is. Oops. The cluster nobelisk. Normal nobelisk. Normal nobelisk again. Cluster nobelisk. Pun. Yeah. Oh yeah, you need steel pipes as well, right? So let's see. Normal rebar stacks to 100. I'm not sure if that thought explosive rebar only stacked to 50. Would be very cool if it's stacked to 100 as well. It does. Well, at least it does as long as you have enough smokeless gunpowder. By the way, while we are crafting, we can start an upload for some items that we rarely need, but we will need from time to time. We don't have to have in our inventory 24/7. Especially this nuke nobelisk. I want to have it with me when I need it, but I don't want to have it in my inventory the whole time. So let's just upload it. Okay. And And that's it. There were some tickets somewhere here. Yeah, sorry, there.
Go for that extra purchase. Go awesome.
Missing iron rods, okay. Really? Oh. Haven't pulled them up yet, okay. Okay. So let's test our new explosive bolts or rebars. Works. All of it works. Beautiful. We can now clear large areas of shrubs and trees. Just like that. We can also, of course, blow up enemies. We can do so in close range. Beautiful. And whenever something that can take holes or that can't deal with holes in its body comes near, we can pump it full of lead. Good. Very good. Let's quickly refill the stack. And 1, 2, 3 items. There we go. What we could, in theory, quickly do is grab ourselves a whole bunch of tickets that we got. For further projects, right? And that, my dear friends, concludes today's objectives. We got what we came for, we got the weapons. Tomorrow will be the industrial manufacturing. Starting to be able to automate all these modules. And also looking for blueprints. So while we are disconnecting now, saving, and starting up tomorrow, I'll start a quick hard drive scan and we'll see what that brings tomorrow. 2 more nobelisks and 17 more control rods. Those control rods will come in handy later on. Very handy. Because I think they are one of the materials needed in the new nobelisks. Okay, my friends. Thanks for joining. I hope I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Huh? Oh, and we put away our main nobelisks. That's not good. There we are. So, up into our little place here. That's that. Once again, thank you, and I hope I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.